I'm going to be talking about miracle life, okay? How to have a miracle life. I was at the Miracle Life 18th birthday celebration on Saturday from 11:30 to 5:30 p.m. Okay, that's half a day. Now, two personal development programs have impacted me the most. The first is AsiaWorks, and the second is by this company called Miracle Life. Okay. Here are some memories from the video that they played yesterday. Okay, so this is Miranda, okay, yesterday. And I also met Kirsty there. She just had a shave her hair for cancer patients. And then Sylvia was there together with her husband, Henry. Okay. So these are some old pictures from, wow, 2011. See, yeah, this is Miranda. This is Joshua here. Okay, way back 2011. Isa and myself, you can see how old this was. I still have my metal frame glasses. Miranda showed this in the video, I mean, whooshing energy. Here's Catherine Kwek, some of you may remember her, Alex Kong, Mary Lee, Patrick. This is Geraldine, Eileen, okay, Joshua here also. So we've had a lot of people actually go through the Miracle Life training after AsiaWorks. And, these were three people. Wani has been working with Miracle Life for a long time. Gary Lee is a trainer, and Simon Kong is a trainer. Okay, and why I show this is because actually I enrolled Gary to Miracle Life. Gary was, you know, Gary and Evelyn. Gary was a trainer for Landmark. He's still with UOB. He's in charge of training and personal development in UOB, but he's a trainer for Miracle Life. And Simon Kong, who runs an architectural practice himself, good friends of Chong. He's also one of the trainers, and they were enrolled by me. So that really goes back a long time. There's been some lasting legacy. Okay. Now, how has Miracle Life impacted me? First of all, it's the example of Miranda. Okay. That's the first thing that has impacted me. I see someone with commitment, who's fearless, who has an absolutely loving heart. During the training, there's no eye on the clock. She'll just finish whatever job needs to be done during the training. And it was an intense level of personal work. For example, some of us went through this, a public appearance where we declared our pain publicly. We call it a song of pain. They don't do this anymore. But the result for me was a self-confidence that I can just do anything, as long as I had one buddy, and Joshua was my buddy during that. I got my personal mission statement from Miracle Life, a personal mission statement, and so some of you know my personal mission statement. My mission is to create a community of committed, caring, and courageous leaders to revitalize the world to be youthful and sexy again. And of course, when Age Talk came up, it was just, I was in the perfect business for that. And I had, many important philosophies of leadership through Miracle Life. For example, asking, how can I serve you? How can I serve you? In my definite purpose statement, my DPS, I say, I focus on helping people instead of worrying for what they think of me. That was from Miracle Life. Another big thing, a very big thing from Miracle Life was the success mantra, intention plus action plus grace, which is now so fundamental in my philosophy of success. And I see it come true. And I want to make it more come true so that there's more grace, there's more multiplication. That came from Miracle Life. And then this whole concept of the heart. The first course that we attended was called Rich Heart Sales. It was about sales. This training was about sales, but it reminded us that you sell from a rich heart. So AsiaWorks was about process, was about rigor. Okay, it's about results, it's about certainty. It was about the first human need. You know, Anthony Robbins' first, it was about certainty. Miracle Life was about the second human need, uncertainty or variety, the miracles, okay, the exciting part. And both, of course, you know, were about contribution, making a difference to people, but by personal growth, personal transformation. So yesterday I was at the Miracle Life event, and I reflect, you know, as I reflect, it's because we live as leaders, the Miracle Life people, myself, that is why life becomes a miracle. And why do I say that? Okay, let me share with you why I say this. Firstly, I operated by my sixth sense. Okay, and that's why I decided many months ago that I would be at this 18th birthday celebration. Why? Out of gratitude to Miracle Life. For the reasons I explained earlier, it was an act of giving to them. I said, I want to show my gratitude. I haven't been involved for some time, but they have been involved in my life all this time. Now, along the way, of course, there were many excuses not to go. I was tired, especially from all that exercise and preparing for the, you know, for the outrigger canoeing, the IVF races, and preparing for the Mount Fuji climb. I had work to do. Okay? And this Miracle Life was no longer really my business anymore. And of course, no one else was going with me. I would be going alone. But, you know, the practice of honoring my word, because I said I would go some months back, and then living this distinction, 100% is possible 100% of the time. And again, trusting my sixth sense, that my sixth sense was directing me to do the best thing for me. So don't listen to that, my second voice, you know. So I was there early, okay, and I stayed right to the end. Now, I had some reminders as a refresher, and I want to share these with you. So let me just share my screen again. Miracle Life defines a miracle as seeing the good in anything and in everyone, or when dreams turn into reality. Okay, a miracle is seeing the good in anything and in everyone, and when dreams turn into reality. There's this quote from Albert Einstein: there are only two ways to live your life. One as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. Okay, only two ways to live your life. One as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. And you can see the people who live miracle lives, they are full of gratitude. They're positive because they really see the cup as more than half full. Okay, half full and more. And I encourage you to live a ha-ha life. You know, it's not so intense. I know many of you do this business, it's just so intense, but it's a reminder to live a ha-ha life. What is ha-ha to Miracle Life? Happy, abundant, healthy, awaken. Okay, awaken, aware of what's going on, all the blessings around. And they ask you, don't wait until you die to go to heaven. You can create your heaven on earth. Okay, but that's my choice as a miracle leader to do that. So how do you create your heaven on earth? Okay, it says pull out the weeds, plant miracle seeds. Okay, so it's not just positive thinking. You got to deal with some of the negative stuff, the weeds, get rid of them. Okay, how do you plant? How do you learn to grow seeds into fruits and strong trees? It's not going to be automatic. You leave the garden automatically. All you get is weeds. Okay, so how do you grow seeds into fruits and strong trees? Okay, there's a process of awareness, declaration. So you got to be aware of your currents, of the weeds. You got to be aware of what you want. You got to make that declaration. Okay, we know that. And awareness, okay, is not avoiding it. See it, name it, release it. Okay, and then declare it, plant it, nurture it. This is work. Okay, and you know what? When I was there, it surprised me because they had one of the top awards for me. You know, it's this Legacy of Belief award. Why Legacy of Belief? I'm the only one that got the Legacy of Belief because right at the start, and I've forgotten all this. You know, Miranda reminded the team down there that, you know, I believe so much in this thing at the start, you know, that I said I would enroll 50 people, you know, and I kept my word. Okay, and so this is just a cert, okay, the frame cert they gave me, and it wasn't just that. They gave me this beautiful color thing that says James Love. Thank you for creating life-changing ripple effect. So it's a ripple effect, okay, that continued with Gary, with Simon, and so on, Sylvia, and many people. Okay, and then they gave me this pouch with my name on it in a beautiful box. I didn't expect all these things. And then Miranda asked me to, you know, stand in front of the birthday cake. You know, all the people asked me to stand in the center, and you know, she didn't have to do that. But she recognized that I had made a difference to them. There's so many people have made a difference to them, but you know, she decided to acknowledge me. And I say they didn't need to do this. I'm no longer an active member of Miracle Life. They didn't need to go through all that trouble. But it wasn't a have to. For Miranda, that it was a want to for them. They wanted to do this. Yeah, and they did it in such a great way. Now, when I registered, I was asked to pick up a message rolled up in a scroll. Okay, and my message read this: I'm a miracle leader. I love and add value to the highest advantage of humankind. You know, now I remember this. I memorized this already because we did an exercise where I had to say this many times. I'm a miracle leader. I love and add value to the highest advancement of humankind. Miracles don't happen by chance. They happen by choice. I make the choice, you know, to create this ripple effect. Now, I want to share, if those of you who are interested, there is a special offer to be a miracle member. Okay, these are all the courses that they hold. Okay, the most basic course is this one here. It's called it's called Creating Your Miracles. Okay, that was the Rich Heart sales that we did. It's now called Creating Your Miracles. Now, to become a miracle member, it's just $98, and you get access to a lot of tools. Okay, now, but what the key thing is, when you're a miracle member and you join before the 3rd of October, because of the 18th anniversary, they are going to let you attend Creating Your Miracles at only $698. It's usually $1,698. It's a very, very special price. Okay, so the membership is $98. You pay $600 for $796. You get to attend the Creating Your Miracles, and it's 4.5 days live in-person training that will completely transform your life. Especially, there's now virtual training which they created during COVID that's accessible to you, so you can go back and do revision. And Miranda will be training a lot of this Creating Your Miracles personally this time. Okay, and she didn't do this since 2018 personally. She's left it to Gary and Simon, but she's going to come in and just to experience her, you know, with all these years of experience, not just 18 years, but years before that. It is really, really something very, very special. Okay, so have a word with me about this, and I say don't miss this opportunity to create a miracle life for yourself.